Top 10 attractions in Rome, Italy. 1. Colosseum. Of course, if you're in Rome, you have to see the Colosseum. This magnificent building is Rome's shining glory, you know, the kind of stuff you see on postcards, and it's even better in person than you can imagine. Built between 72 to 80 AD, it is the largest amphitheater in the world and could hold up to 80,000 people. Local Romans used to come to see violent gladiator battles or animal hunts, but now it's a lot more peaceful. We recommend buying tickets in advance, as the queues here can be crazy. But it is 100% worth it once you get to the 5th level for that 360-degree view over the theater. 2. Pantheon. Built in 125 AD by Emperor Hadrian, the Pantheon is one of the best preserved buildings from ancient times. Its dome, measuring 142 feet in diameter, is the largest in the whole world. This is a must-see in Rome, and if you're heading to the city during Pentecost weekend, you're in for a treat. During Sunday Mass, tons of rose petals get dropped from the oculus to mark the occasion, and the sight is really something. The Pantheon is free to enter, but there are plans to charge a €5 entry fee for visitors. Advanced booking is required on weekends and holidays. 3. Castel Sant'Angelo. Castel Sant'Angelo, the Castle of Angels, is an eye-catching cylindrical fortification built on the banks of the Tiber River by Roman Emperor Hadrian in the 2nd century AD. Originally commissioned as a mausoleum for Hadrian and his family, it was later used as a fortress and castle by the popes. It even includes a secret escape passageway that links the structure to the Vatican City. Today, it is a museum with frescoed rooms, a collection of medieval weaponry and sweeping views of the city of Rome and nearby St. Peter's Basilica. There's a little cafe inside where you can enjoy snacks or a drink with a view of the Vatican. 4. Piazza Navona. The Piazza Navona is located in the heart of the historic center, not far from the Pantheon. It's one of the most beautiful and famous square of Rome. There, you can admire the 3 following fountains: the Fontana dei Quattro Fiumi, the Fontana del Nettuno, the Fontana del Moro. It's a great place to have a drink or eat ice cream on one of the many terraces, but beware, since this place is very touristic, the prices are too. 5. Roman Forum. If you want to get a better idea of what the city of Rome looked like 2,000 years ago, there's no better place to be than the Roman Forum, Forum Romanum. This is a huge archaeological site right next to the Colosseum. For centuries, this place was the heart and soul of public life in ancient Rome. As you walk on the main street of ancient Rome, Via Sacra, it's easy to imagine that this road was the main route where the triumphal parades were held. Here, you can see the ruins of so many buildings dating from the times of the Roman Empire. This is also the best place in the city to understand what people mean by the dust of centuries. The entire site lies much deeper than the current street level. Note the famous hanging door of the Temple of Antoninus and Faustina, with no steps leading to it. This shows how the street level has changed during the centuries. 6. Piazza Venezia. Piazza Venezia is a big and very busy square squeezed in between the city center on one side and the Roman Forum on the other. It's one of the must-see places in Rome that you'll inevitably pass on your way to, from the Colosseum. Piazza Venezia is best known for the colossal monument, Altar of the Fatherland, and the equestrian statue of Vittorio Emanuele II. But, just as everywhere in Rome, there's so much more to see and do here, including ancient ruins, several churches, the nearby Capitoline Hill and museums, etc. If you have some time to spare, you can also take an elevator to the top of the monument for panoramic views of Rome. It's well worth it. 7. Spanish Steps and Piazza di Spagna. Piazza di Spagna and the Spanish Steps is another of the must-see places in Rome. Built in the early 18th century, these stairs connect Piazza di Spagna in the historic city center to Piazza Trinita dei Monti on top of the hill. It's an impressive staircase that has been featured in various movies and is also often depicted on many postcards and travel guides. Every spring, the staircase is decorated with beautiful flowers, and it looks even more beautiful. At the bottom of the stairs, you'll see the Fountain of the Boat, Fontana della Barcaccia, just one of the many of Bernini's masterpieces in Rome. Piazza di Spagna is also lined with colorful buildings and surrounded by the most luxury boutique shopping area in Rome. Here, you'll also find some nice cafes and restaurants. 8. Vatican City. The Vatican is the smallest independent state in the world, with an area of less than half a square kilometer, most of it enclosed by the Vatican walls. Inside are the Vatican Palace and Gardens, St. Peter's Basilica, and St. Peter's Square, an area ruled by the Pope, supreme head of the Roman Catholic Church. This compact space offers a lot of things to see, between its museums and the Great Basilica itself. Inside St. Peter's Basilica is Michelangelo's masterpiece, Pieta, along with statuary and altars by Bernini and others. The unquestioned highlight of the Vatican museums is the Sistine Chapel, whose magnificent frescoed ceiling is Michelangelo's most famous work. In the Vatican Palace are the Raphael Rooms, the Borgia Apartments, the Vatican Library, and a number of museums that include the Picture Gallery, Museum of Secular Art, Etruscan Museum, and others. The collections you can see in these cover everything from papal coaches to 20th century art reflecting religious themes. 9. Trevi Fountain. There, you'll find the most famous fountain of Europe, the Trevi Fountain. A must-see for anyone visiting Rome. Because of the legend surrounding it, this fountain is also renowned for hosting a large number of wedding proposals. Legend has it that in order to save her virginity, a young girl had to reveal the location of the source to the Romans. In the basin, there are numerous statues representing an allegory of the sea, with Neptune on his chariot in the center. The tradition says you should throw 2 coins, one to make a wish and the other one to be sure to return to Rome. 10. Ostia Antica. Ostia Antica is an important archaeological site that once was the seaport for Rome. It is located less than 20 miles from Rome at the mouth of the river Tiber. The site has well-preserved ancient buildings, some of which date back to the 4th century BC. Ostia Antica is known for the outstanding frescoes and mosaics on these old buildings, as well as ancient public toilets that turned bathrooms into a social setting.
Please subscribe our channel if you like our contents. Thanks for watching.